Welcome to Lotus Heart Teachings, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, we'll unravel a story of Zen wisdom that reveals the life-changing power of self-love. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about tapping into the boundless potential within you. By the end of this video, you'll discover how a small, daily practice can transform not just your self-image, but the way you navigate the world. So, get ready for an inspiring journey with a Zen story that offers profound lessons on self-acceptance. But it doesn't stop there. We'll add new dimensions, practical tips, and personal insights to ensure this timeless wisdom resonates with your life today. In a serene mountain village, surrounded by ancient trees and tranquil streams, there lived a young man named Kenji. Despite the natural beauty that enveloped him, Kenji carried a storm within. He felt inadequate, plagued by the thought that he would never measure up to others. His days were spent comparing himself to the villagers, those more skilled, more confident, more admired. One day, as he sat by the river, Kenji overheard two travelers speak of a Zen master, renowned for his wisdom. They said the master could unravel the deepest mysteries of life with just a few words. Inspired, Kenji decided to seek him out. Perhaps, he thought, this master could tell him how to fix his broken self. Kenji's journey to the mountaintop temple was arduous. By the time he arrived, his body was weary, but his heart burned with hope. He approached the Zen master, a serene figure with eyes that seemed to see into his very soul, and bowed deeply. "Master," Kenji began, his voice trembling, "I am not happy with who I am. I feel I am not enough, not strong enough, not smart enough, not deserving enough. Please teach me how to change." The master studied him for a moment, then smiled gently. "Why do you believe you must change?" he asked. Kenji hesitated. "Because I am flawed," he said. "I see my weaknesses every day. I wish to be someone better, someone worthy of love and respect." The master gestured for Kenji to follow him. Together they walked to a quiet garden, where a crooked tree stood among many straight and tall ones. The master pointed to the tree and said, "What do you see?" Kenji frowned. "I see a tree that is bent and imperfect. It doesn't stand tall like the others." The master nodded. "And yet, does it not provide shade for the weary traveler? Does it not shelter the birds with its branches? It does not need to be straight to serve its purpose. Its very uniqueness is its strength." Kenji stared at the tree, beginning to see it in a new light. But the master wasn't finished. He led Kenji to a pond and asked him to look at his reflection in the water. "What do you see now?" the master asked. "My face," Kenji replied, his tone still uncertain. "Look closer," the master instructed. "You are seeing yourself through eyes clouded by judgment. Now close your eyes and tell me, who are you?" Kenji closed his eyes, confused at first. But as he sat there in silence, he began to sense something deeper. A faint spark of life within him, a quiet but undeniable presence. The master broke the silence. "That spark you feel, that is your true self, untouched by the opinions of others, untainted by your own criticism. It is already perfect." Kenji opened his eyes, tears streaming down his face. "But how do I learn to see myself this way every day?" he asked. The master handed him a small mirror. "Each morning and evening look into this mirror and say, 'I love you.' Not because you are flawless, but because you are you. Do this until your heart believes it." Kenji was skeptical, but desperate for change. He took the mirror and returned to his village. At first, he felt ridiculous staring at his own reflection and uttering those words. But he persevered. Day by day, his self-perception shifted. He began to appreciate his quirks, his talents, even his vulnerabilities. As the weeks passed, Kenji noticed something miraculous. The world around him seemed to change. People responded to him with warmth and kindness. But the truth was, it was Kenji who had changed. By embracing himself, he had unlocked the power to love others fully. One day, as he walked through the village, he paused by the crooked tree in the garden. This time, he smiled and whispered, "Thank you for teaching me to love myself as I am." The Zen master's lesson is timeless, but to make it resonate in today's world, let's explore it through real-life examples of notable figures who embody the transformative power of self-love. These stories show that the principles of Zen are as relevant in modern life as they were centuries ago. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, is often celebrated for his innovation and vision. Yet few know the profound personal struggles he endured. Early in his life, Jobs faced feelings of abandonment after being given up for adoption. Despite achieving success, he was fired from his own company, leading to a deep crisis of identity. Jobs could have succumbed to self-doubt and bitterness, but instead, he used this setback to reconnect with himself. He famously said, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do." The deeper message here, to love what you do, you must first love who you are. Jobs embraced his quirks, his intensity, and even his failures. This self-acceptance became the foundation for his greatest achievements. Without learning to love himself during those challenging years, there would be no iPhone, no Pixar, no global legacy. The Dalai Lama, one of the most prominent spiritual leaders in the world, often speaks about the importance of self-compassion. His philosophy stems from a belief that self-love is not selfish. Rather, it's the starting point for extending compassion to others. In his teachings, he shares a deeply personal example of living in exile after fleeing Tibet. The pain of losing his homeland could have consumed him with anger or despair. Instead, he turned inward and nurtured self-compassion, allowing him to maintain inner peace and strength. He often says, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion." This starts with compassion for yourself. The Dalai Lama teaches us that self-love is not indulgence, it's the soil from which all other virtues grow. Oprah Winfrey is a household name, but her path to success was anything but smooth. Born into poverty and surviving abuse, Oprah faced overwhelming odds. For years, she struggled with feelings of unworthiness. Her turning point came when she began to understand the importance of self-love. She shares, "You don't have to hold yourself hostage to who you used to be or anything you ever used to do. Who has lived and hasn't made mistakes? You're not your past. You're here for a reason." Oprah's journey of embracing her flaws and vulnerabilities made her relatable to millions. She turned her pain into purpose, creating a platform that inspires others to do the same. Her story illustrates that self-love is not about ignoring your scars, but about embracing them as part of your unique beauty. Eckhart Tolle, the author of The Power of Now, experienced years of depression and anxiety before having a profound spiritual awakening. He recalls a moment when he thought, "I cannot live with myself any longer." In that moment, he realized there were two selves within him, the critical, judgmental self and the peaceful, true self. By learning to detach from the ego-driven voice of judgment, Tolle found a wellspring of love and acceptance within. His teachings encourage us to see self-love as a practice of living in the present moment. Tolle writes, "You find peace not by rearranging the circumstances of your life, but by realizing who you are at the deepest level." What ties these stories together is the transformative power of self-love. Here are 3 lessons we can draw from their journeys. Embrace failure as a teacher. Like Steve Jobs, see setbacks not as proof of inadequacy, but as stepping stones to growth. Love yourself enough to believe in your potential to bounce back. Cultivate inner peace through self-compassion. As the Dalai Lama teaches, self-love is the first step to creating harmony with others. Practice forgiving yourself for past mistakes. Transform vulnerability into strength. Oprah Winfrey shows us that acknowledging and sharing our struggles can be a source of power, not weakness. Loving yourself means honoring your story in its entirety. The stories of these iconic figures remind us that self-love is not just a personal journey, it's a universal truth. Whether you're a spiritual leader, a tech visionary, or someone navigating everyday challenges, the path to fulfillment begins with embracing yourself fully. Self-love isn't just a fleeting emotion, it's a lifelong practice that requires intentional effort. The journey towards self-acceptance can feel daunting, but with practical steps you can make profound changes in how you see and treat yourself. Here are powerful exercises to help you build self-love, inspired by both ancient wisdom and modern psychology. 1. The mirror practice, a daily ritual of affirmation. Popularized by spiritual teacher Louise Hay and rooted in Zen practices, the mirror exercise is one of the simplest yet most transformative tools for self-love. How to do it? Each morning and night, stand in front of a mirror. Look into your own eyes and say aloud, "I love you. You are enough. You are deserving of love and happiness." Why it works. At first, this practice might feel uncomfortable or awkward, but that's because it challenges years of self-critical conditioning. Over time, your brain starts to internalize these affirmations, shifting your self-perception from judgment to acceptance. Pro tip: make it personal. Add affirmations that resonate with you, like celebrating a specific trait or acknowledging a recent achievement. 2. Gratitude for the self. A reverse. Gratitude journal. Gratitude isn't just for the external world, it's a powerful tool to reframe how you view yourself. How to do it? At the end of each day, write down 3 things you appreciate about yourself. These could be actions, qualities, or even how you handled a challenging situation. Examples: I stayed calm during a stressful meeting. I made time for my health by taking a walk. I reached out to a friend who needed support. Why it works. This practice shifts your focus from self-criticism to self-appreciation, training your mind to notice your strengths and positive traits. 3. Rewriting your inner dialogue. Catch and replace. Negative thoughts. Many of us have an internal critic that constantly whispers doubts and judgments. This exercise helps you challenge and transform those negative thoughts. How to do it? Whenever you catch yourself thinking something negative about yourself, pause and write it down. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Replace it with a positive or neutral statement. For example, negative thought, "I'm so bad at this." Replacement, "I'm learning and improving every day." Why it works. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. Research shows that reframing negative thoughts can reduce anxiety and increase self-esteem. 4. Acts of self-kindness. Treat yourself as you would a best friend. Imagine how you would treat your closest friend on a bad day. Would you criticize them or would you offer support? Now, do the same for yourself. How to do it? Take small, intentional actions to show yourself kindness. Examples: run a warm bath when you feel stressed. Write yourself a kind letter on tough days. Give yourself permission to rest without guilt. Why it works. Kind actions reinforce self-love by proving to yourself that you are deserving of care and compassion. 5. Visualization. Exercise. Meet your inner child. Many of our insecurities stem from unmet needs or wounds from our past. This visualization connects you with your inner child, fostering deep healing and love. How to do it? Sit in a quiet space and close your eyes. Picture yourself as a child, vulnerable, curious, and in need of love. Imagine giving this child a hug and saying, "You are safe, you are loved, and I am here for you." Stay in this moment for a few minutes, offering the child whatever reassurance they need. Why it works. By nurturing your inner child, you address deep-seated insecurities and cultivate unconditional self-acceptance. 6. Declutter your social space. A digital detox for self-love. The digital world often fuels comparison and self-doubt. Curating your social media can dramatically impact how you feel about yourself. How to do it? Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate. Follow uplifting, empowering profiles that celebrate authenticity and self-love. Set time limits for social media to reduce mindless scrolling. Why it works. Surrounding yourself with positive influences, even digitally, reinforces a mindset of self-worth and gratitude. 7. Self-love meditation. A path to inner peace. Meditation can quiet your inner critic and help you connect with your true self. How to do it? Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Repeat a mantra like, "I am worthy. I love and accept myself completely. I am enough just as I am." Focus on your breath as you say these words, letting them sink into your subconscious. Why it works. Meditation creates space for self-love by silencing the external noise and bringing your awareness inward. 8. Celebrate your wins, the confidence jar. This fun, creative exercise reinforces self-love by helping you track and celebrate your achievements. How to do it? Keep a jar and some paper nearby. Every time you accomplish something, big or small, write it down and place it in the jar. At the end of the month or year, read through your notes to see how far you've come. Why it works. Celebrating your progress, no matter how small, builds confidence and reminds you of your growth. 9. Connect with nature. Ground yourself in the present. Spending time in nature is a powerful way to reconnect with yourself and let go of self-judgment. How to do it? Take a walk in a park, forest, or by the ocean. Practice mindfulness by focusing on the sights, sounds, and sensations around you. Reflect on how nature thrives in its imperfections, a crooked tree, a winding river, and remember that you too are beautiful in your uniqueness. Why it works. Nature teaches us that perfection isn't necessary for beauty or worth, helping you embrace your authentic self. Self-love is not an abstract concept, it's a skill you can build with practice. By incorporating these exercises into your daily life, you'll create a foundation of self-respect, compassion, and confidence. The more you nurture your relationship with yourself, the more fulfilled and empowered you'll feel in every area of your life. Remember, self-love is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate every step forward, no matter how small, because every moment you invest in loving yourself is a moment well spent. Zen philosophy has long emphasized the power of mindfulness, self-love, and living in harmony with the present moment. While these principles may feel abstract, modern science offers tangible evidence that validates their transformative power. By merging ancient wisdom with contemporary research, we gain a deeper understanding of why Zen practices are profoundly effective for improving our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. At the heart of Zen is the idea of unconditional self-love. Modern neuroscience reveals that practicing self-compassion can rewire the brain. Repeating affirmations like, "I love you," activates the brain's reward centers, including the ventral striatum, which is responsible for feelings of pleasure and motivation. Over time, these affirmations create new neural pathways that reduce negative self-talk and enhance self-esteem. Dr. Kristin Neff, a pioneer in self-compassion research, has shown that self-love lowers cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and increases oxytocin, known as the love hormone. These shifts not only boost emotional resilience, but also foster stronger, healthier relationships with others. Zen's emphasis on mindfulness is now a cornerstone of psychological therapy. Practices like meditation and mindful breathing engage the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for decision-making and emotional regulation. Harvard studies show that mindfulness can reduce anxiety and depression by quieting the amygdala, the brain's fear center. Long-term meditation even increases gray matter density in areas linked to empathy and compassion, aligning directly with Zen teachings of interconnectedness and self-awareness. Both Zen and science agree, cultivating self-love and mindfulness transforms not just the mind, but the entire human experience. These practices improve emotional balance, reduce stress, and create a foundation for deeper connection with oneself and others, proving that ancient philosophy and modern understanding are two sides of the same coin. The ultimate lesson is this: self-love is not selfish. It's the greatest gift you can give to yourself and the world. When you embrace yourself fully, you unlock a version of you that is freer, happier, and more capable of giving and receiving love. The young man's transformation wasn't just about finding peace within himself, it was about creating a life where love, joy, and connection could thrive. And that is the heart of the lesson. When you learn to love yourself, you unlock the power to transform your life and the lives of those around you. So start today. Stand in front of the mirror, take a deep breath, and remind yourself, I am worthy. I am enough. I love myself just as I am. This is the path to true fulfillment and joy. As we wrap up, here's your challenge. Start your own journey of self-love today. Stand in front of the mirror and say, I love you. Write that gratitude list. Celebrate who you are right now, because you are enough. Remember, you are a miracle in motion. You are loved. And most importantly, you are worthy of your own love. If this message resonated, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more wisdom from Lotus Heart Teachings. Together, we'll uncover the infinite potential within each of us.